All right, guys. So here's what we're going to continue today. It's a new morning. It's a rainy day. So we're going to work in here. And we're going to put the Badlands winch into this JCR winch plate. I think I said it wrong yesterday, but this is the plate that I got used on Facebook Marketplace from a guy who has a YouTube channel that he is upgrading the same Bronco as I. There's his shout out to his channel right there, Karrpoollane. Man, he's got some really cool adventure stuff. If you're into wheeling with the Broncos, check him out. But anyway, he gave me a sticker, and then he sold me this winch plate that fits the capable bumper really well. I like it. It doesn't stick out too far. That's what I was concerned about. I didn't want to change the look of the front end of this thing. I really like the stock look, but if you see here, it looks pretty clean. Okay, so I'm going to fulfill a lifelong off-roading, I guess, wish list today. I'm going to check it off the box. I've always wanted a winch on my old TJ. I always wanted a winch. I just never got around to it or had the money or had the priority to do it. But now for this toy, I'm putting it on. So I'm super excited. That's what I'm going to do today. All right, when you buy it from Harbor Freight, it comes in this outer box, and then boom, there it is. I went with the Apex. I liked it more than the ZXR because everything I was reading said that this will kind of fit more of my style. There's lots of write-ups between the ZXR and the Badlands. And then plus, I know the ZXR is Badlands, but I just want to put a Badland winch on the Badland. So synthetic rope to keep the weight off the front end, just so it doesn't change too much of the ride dynamic. 12,000 pounds, I think that's more than I'll ever need. And a lot of YouTubers who run off-road recovery or run winches, they choose this one. So I'm gonna take their word for it and we're gonna put it on. So I don't really know what I'm doing. Never done anything like this, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so just to open the box, here's what you get when you open it. You know, I'm not much into unboxing, but here you go. You get a bunch of stickers that say Badlands. That's kind of cool. You have your owner's manual instructions. You have your guide to winching. It comes with the fair lead. It says Badlands all appropriately on it, so that looks pretty solid. That's one thing I think is different than the ZXR as well. The ZXR is cheaper, but you don't get that. It does have a wiring harness if you don't have your wireless remote charge. That's another thing that the Badlands comes with, the Apex, is that it has this wireless remote that has a magnetic strip on it so you can put it somewhere. And then you have your cool hook. So lots of goodies in here. It seems pretty quality. That's a solid looking hook. And everything just looks really good. I mean, Harbor Freight kind of gets a bad rap, but dang, this seems pretty solid. All right, so we got it hooked up. It was pretty easy. I haven't spooled it yet, so it's a little loose in there. I mean, everything's bolted down. I'm talking about the line. They say when you take it out of the box, you mount it up. You're supposed to free spool it, pull it all the way out, or like 75% out, and then let it tighten up so that the spool is tight in there. So here's how I ran it. Ran it under here. Hopefully I think the wires look pretty clean. Then it goes up, added it up here. And then the cool thing with the Apex is it came with this disconnection switch. So I don't have to have power to this thing at all times. And that came with it. And the Bronco has several mounting points everywhere. And then the posts on the battery come with all kinds of accessory ready options. So the wires, I think, are mounted as clean as... they're good enough for the girls I date. I'm just kidding. But I think it looks pretty clean. And then I just have to watch because I have a fan down there. But it's pretty much out of the way. I can turn this thing on by just turning it up. And now I should have power to this thing. And then I have it on free spool. And now let's pull it all the way out. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So the cool thing about it is when you get to the end of the rope, instead of just being like, oh, crap, I'm out, it actually has the last layer red. So I've chosen that tree, planted in 1955, to be my guinea pig in my first test run, just to see if this thing pulls. So here goes. All right, so here we go. I got it in neutral. I'm too chicken to apply brake to it. It says you need to apply a little brake on a. I just do. I'm too chicken. I'm not experienced with this. You know, I've just been reading and researching. So here we go. We got it up to the tree. I got the tree saver on that came with it. Most of the slack out. I'm not running the wireless because I think it has to charge. Oh wait, hold on. If I hold this down for 3 seconds, well, let me try that. Okay, so if I turn that to wireless, you hold this mode button down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I can take this wire out. Bam. So now I am operating wireless. All right, here we go. Woo. So nervous. Let's see what it's doing down here. Okay, I got it running through it. I got the tree saver on it to protect the rope. Now let's see if it's pulling the truck. Oh my gosh, it's pulling the truck. That's so cool. Look at that. Let's see how it's feeding in there. From what I've heard, you gotta watch it so it doesn't double up. You get bound up. Looks like it's feeding pretty good. Heavy on one side though. I think it's because it's pulling from that side. I think I need to turn the wheels to prevent that. Let's keep going. Yeah, see, it's bound up on that one side. And I think it's because I need to turn the wheels and I'm not pulling straight. I'm pulling at that angle. So maybe that's it. Or maybe somebody can tell me in the comments if that's okay and it will just correct itself. But it looks really heavy on one side. Couple downsides. One is your camera. You know, I didn't relocate it. I didn't have the wiring harness. I do have the bracket for it, so that's something I can eventually do. But your view is obstructed. And when you park, if you have this option, it just shows the winch in front, but your sensors are still working because I did relocate those. But one thing about this truck, it doesn't say Badlands very much, but now you get to see it. Badlands. It says Badlands all over the front now. All right. So there she sits, all in her glory. I really like this winch. I think it looks really clean. Everything I've ever read says it performs excellent. I mean, I know Harbor Freight gets a bad name, but so do I. Anyway, this is the Badlands winch on the Badlands Bronco. I'm going to start using it and playing with it. The JCR winch plate works great on the capable bumper. So if you have that bumper and you're like, man, like me, what do? I don't want to replace it. I think that bumper looks so clean. And another cool thing about it is Ford is coming out with like a fire and rescue version of the Bronco, and they have that capable bumper on it with a winch plate. It has a worn winch that on it, and you can see it in the pictures, and I'll post one here. But then that thing looks so sick, and that's what I'm kind of trying to duplicate. This is the Badlands. I don't want to just put crazy off-road stuff on it because that's not my style. But there you go. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any thoughts or suggestions on how I could have done it better, let me know. But there she looks. If you are curious like me, how do you put a winch on this bumper? There it is. Anyway, hope you have a great day. See you in the next one.